Hey guys, what's up? Rhythm Rev here, and it's currently the month of June, which has been coined as Crash Bandicoot Month by fellow YouTuber Cat Icarus. I'm personally a fan of both Cat Icarus as well as Crash, so I thought, why not make a video for the occasion? Me and the Orange Marsupial have actually had history together, being one of the earliest games I can recall playing. That game being, of course, what we are discussing in this video, Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex, or as the 360 dashboard aptly names it, Crash Twak, is a PS2 game released in 2001 and on GameCube and Xbox in the following year by Universal Interactive Entertainment. This is the first Crash Bandicoot platformer to not be developed by the series' original creators at Naughty Dog. As I just mentioned, I'm playing the Xbox release of this game for a few reasons. One, it was the cheapest copy I could get compared to other platforms. Second, I could record it on my 360 in that crisp 720p 4:3 ratio. And the Xbox version actually has some slight enhancements, notably the graphics with added detailed fur for the Bandicoots that kinda looks dated today, but nah. In fact, there are a lot of differences between the three versions and it's kinda baffling. The PS2 original release has middle-of-the-road graphics and has the longest load times of the three. The Xbox version had the best graphics and not much else. The GameCube version has the worst graphics but includes the Bandicoot Blast GBA game, as well as a few other version differences that serve to be more arbitrary than anything else. The basic rundown of the game's plot is that Dr. Neo Cortex creates a Bandicoot Jorgen von Strangle to make up for his past failures in defeating Crash, utilizing the power of the elemental masks. What is this, Avatar? Anyways, it's up to Crash to defeat Crunch a set number of times and ultimately foil Cortex's scheme. Pretty usual 3D platformer stuff. The game's most interesting asset lies obviously not in the story but in the gameplay. It's a mainline Crash Bandicoot game, so you take control of Crash and traverse the game's many levels, destroying hopefully all the crates in the level. In the arms of the angel. Crash controls very well and is very agile. Even at the beginning, he's well equipped with some very practical moves that makes him a joy to control. In traditional Crash fashion, you unlock moves along the way that vary from necessities to strictly situational. Crash is also very well animated, with many of his deaths having a specific comical animation dedicated to it, like the older games. I mean, just look at his walking animation. Crash ain't nothing to fuck with. During the times that you play as Crash only, the game is really fun. However, someone at Traveler's Tales thought an adventure where you could only play as Crash by himself wasn't enough, so they created so many other different gameplay styles. Why? First one I want to mention is Coco, since her gameplay is most similar to Crash, but fails to be on par with how he controls. Firstly, she has none of Crash's trademark abilities, whether it be abilities he's unlocked or his crouch, which is so much more useful than you would think. Perhaps the worst part though are her animations. Let's take for example Crash and Coco's spins. When Crash spins, the animation is instantaneous with the button press and packs a lot of energy into it. You press X and it's like, contrast this with Coco's spin, which is much slower and there's a delay with your button press and has greatly subdued impact. Characteristically, it's appropriate for the character, but it overall hinders the player's ability to time spins correctly. Throughout the journey, Crash mans a large amount of vehicles, all with their own set of controls, which really makes the game feel somewhat unfocused and inconsistent. Some are okay to control, like the hamster ball and Jeep. The underwater vehicles feel lethargic, but are still pretty fun to control in my opinion. And the planes and jetpack are the bane of my existence. First of all, their controls are all inverted with no way of switching to a normal control scheme. Secondly, it's really hard to distinguish enemies from the environment or where crates are located, even in HD. Plus, in terms of maneuvers, the planes feel very limited, only being able to shoot and perform a Star Fox-style barrel roll. The jetpack I find most aggravating since your acceleration is mapped to the A and B buttons, resulting in a control scheme that I still don't quite understand. While the variety in gameplay styles tries to make the game seem as if the game is more, especially given that it's rather short, only having 25 main stages, it overall feels bloated in how much content it has. In terms of presentation, this game looks really good though. The environments are packed with a lot of charm and look lively. Well, as lively as they reasonably can. Crash's model looks great and perfectly translates his original design on newer hardware. Plus, the music you've been hearing throughout this video has been from the game, and it is sublime. Crash Wrath of Cortex had all the signs of becoming a really good game, like the first three, but falls short with just how many different gameplay styles were implemented. It's somewhat of a black sheep among the mainline series, well, at least until Crash of the Titans hit the scene. Maybe I should give that game a review sometime since I really didn't think it was that bad compared to the other Crash games. Whatever the case may be, thank you all for watching this review of a Crash title that really hasn't been relevant in who knows how long. I'll see you all in the next video, and happy Crash Bandicoot month!